Hello, everybody. Michelle is here on Friday, 6/16/2023. And I feel fantastic, magnificent, wonderful. I've been, I haven't been getting a lot of sleep. And it's not like it's a lot of, I feel a little antsy and jumpy and kind of excited, actually. It's that excitement that keeps me awake. And, because I feel good, and I feel like a child sometimes. I feel like a teenager sometimes, especially when things come together. It just feels good. And the reason I'm coming through today on Friday is to say, there's a lot of troubling things going on in the world, as you probably know from all the videos I have out there. And I know a lot of my videos are like for future generation of people who happen to be mindlessly, as they say, scrolling through social media, going through YouTube, and then and so it'll strike the right person at the right time, because it is about the energy of your thoughts. And a lot of people are going to dismiss that because it's so simple. A lot of times we don't like the simple things in life. We like to, for some reason, just keep complicating it and complicating it and complicating it, and filling our brains with unnecessary thoughts, unnecessary information, and just not allowing the energy of your thoughts to direct you. Look, I've been made a fool of in life, and let me just start saying, I've had so many experiences in my life where I've been made a fool of, I've been manipulated, I've been taken advantage of, I've been rejected, I've been embarrassed, all kind of experiences in my life. But but at that hour when decisions have to be made and situations have to be done, they get done, and I always end up in a good place, regardless. And so that's probably why so that's why I said it's so important to have a lot of experiences, because it'll help you to avoid a lot of uncertainty, and it helps you to avoid a lot of devastation and stuff like that. I am extremely confident in myself and the work that I've done on myself, that and I'm so aware a lot more of my reality, that I'm good. At the end of the day, I'm good. I trust my decisions, I trust my behavior, and I trust my actions. Now, do I appear crazy to some people? Possibly. Do I appear delusional to some people? Possibly. And you'll run into that throughout your life, when you are a little odd, a little awkward, and different, which I am. And so difference sometimes can be difficult. But one thing I'm, like I said, I'm confident about is I know that I'm fabulous, magnificent, wonderful, whatever. I feel like a young girl again, because I put in the work to get me to this place right now. And so now I'm getting ready to, take another, take a trip and then see where the energy leads me. I hope it leads me where I hope to be. So I feel, I know I said you don't need validation, but I feel validated. I feel love. I sense love, and it's all about love for me, love of this planet, love of people, love of myself, and I hope to align with my alignment and be around like-mindedness and have the connection with someone, in an intimate relationship, the same things I keep saying. So one thing about me, I am consistent about what my intentions are. And so I appreciate anybody that has come along and listened to me. You'll listen to my videos and you'll hear a lot of consistency and because I am. So that's how I know what I'm doing is right. What I have done in the past has been right, even though it may have failed. Right? It was right. It was done with the right intentions, but it still failed. And that's fantastic for learning and experience in life. You need those failures to know what to do when success is nearby. And I know my success is nearby. I've earned this, So I'm a little antsy, like a little girl. I can't keep it together sometimes because I'm excited. I'm ready to get going, but I'm just waiting for some people to make some decisions and make sure the decisions that they make, it makes sense to them and they are happy with their decision. So I'm not forcing nobody. I'm not rushing nobody per se. Because, when I first got this house, this was the first house I saw. I remember when I was looking around for houses. This is the first house I saw. And like I told you, it was a disaster inside. Outside, it had the bones. It was a disaster inside. I knew I had a lot of work to do. And then 100 houses later, guess what? I think right after I saw the house, I think a week later, I put a bid on it, and the bid was denied. So I said, okay, whatever. And then I just went on. And then one day, after 100 houses or so that I saw, I'm like, God, maybe this wasn't, I was just kind of getting a little bit like, well, maybe it's not time. And then all of a sudden this house comes, and because I think someone had put a bid on the house and they accepted it. So I figured, okay, this house is gone. I'm not going to be, whatever, it's gone, blah, blah, blah. And then a week or so later, after I thought the house was off the market, it's back on the market again. And then I took the initiative and called the realtor myself instead of waiting for my realtor to call the realtor. And so I got the ball rolling. So things work out. Things do align. I know I'm going to be with the love of my life. And they know who they are. And, like I said, things do align up. That's my point. And you have to keep going. There's a lot of reasons to be crazy. Like I said, a lot of reasons. But you need to make sure you are in reality. Always verify your reality. I told you, what do I see? What do I hear? What do I feel? Sense, receive. Go through all of that. What's going on in my environment? Okay, because I remember when I used to have lucid dreams back in the day. I could tell that they were not reality, but they, that I was in a dream because of the perception. So that's how I know the difference between a lucid dream and reality. I know a lot of people have an issue with their reality, and that's why you have to always test it. Always test it, and when you feel a little unstable, when you feel a little despondent, if you're feeling depressed, like just ask questions. What am I depressed about, honestly? And you have to look around your environment and just be realistic and say, you know what? Okay, those are foreign thoughts. Those thoughts don't belong to me. And like I said, we're going to keep doing it. We're going to keep crashing our thoughts into one another because of the planet being overpopulated, and all of our energy is all over the place. We're going to pick up other people's thoughts. That's how thoughts flow. And they're more intense. And if you're a highly sensory person, you're going to pick it up. So know your reality is my point. And I'm going to keep saying it. Know what your reality is. Okay? Pay attention to your reality. Your breath is the best way. Because I can remember in the lucid dreams, it's like your perception is different. You're not you're not worried about your breath and this and that and the other. Like I said, all I can remember is just walking and being in a different reality. So that's how I know that it's lucid. I know the difference between dreams, or reality. And a lot of people have kind of have a mix up of their reality. So that's why you have to stay out of your delusion. Okay, stay out of your illusion and delusion, and just always manage your thoughts, and always test your environment to make sure, okay, am I in reality here? You know, for those of you that have a hard time staying within your space of reality. And, you know, and the main thing is just be gentle with yourself and be able to laugh at yourself too when you make mistakes. You know, as long as you get out of it safely and sound, just, oh my God, what an idiot I was. You know, just enjoy it. You know, keep yourself safe. Ask the questions. Always confirm your reality. Where am I standing? What do I hear? See, you know, you have to do that until until it becomes natural. Once it becomes natural, you'll automatically start knowing. You'll be paying attention to your toes, where you're sitting, what you're hearing, what you're feeling on your skin, what you see, and then it keeps you in reality. Okay, it keeps you in reality, and it keeps you on your alignment. It keeps you moving forward towards your alignment, on your alignment where you are closer and closer and closer to your destiny. Okay, so enjoy this moment. You know, it is significant. We're all going to have some significance during 2023, all of us. And if you haven't, you will. And you don't necessarily have to say anything about it, make a big deal of it, but just document it somehow, either in your mind or in journals or in video logs. However, you're gonna have some significance about this year, and you're gonna look back. You'll look back and say, yes, 2023 was significant because of, if it wasn't for this, I wouldn't be here. And so it's going to be very sweet to look back on, how far you've come in this year, 2023, how close you've gotten to your destiny, how close people have gotten to each other, how interpersonal relationships have been improved, less time on social media, less time on our phones, and reconnecting back to each other, because love, even though we are encased in negativity all over the planet, love can come through. Love does come through. And so I want to send that to everyone all over the world and over the stars and over the moon and the mountains. Love does come through. What would you do for love? Ask yourself that. Okay? I want to send peace and love. And trust me, I'll be back.